everybody, I'm Cassandra from Craft to Believe After, and welcome to another video. Now you guys, this week might be a little bit of a, I don't know, slightly hectic video. Well, for me it's feeling slightly hectic. Today it is the 29th, Sunday the 29th of June, and in a couple of days, well, this coming Thursday, the 3rd of July, we will be heading to South Africa for about 3 weeks to visit our family back there. So in preparation of us going away for 3 weeks, like life at work and life at home has been just crazy. It just felt like I could not get to everything. I could not do everything I wanted to do. My comments are behind, my emails are behind. It's just like you get these weeks, you guys know. We just have these weeks where we just cannot seem to keep our heads above water. But it's been a fantastic couple of weeks, you know, looking back at it now. I'm ready for our South African holiday. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully I can here and there do a little bit of vlog style snippets for you. I'm not great at vlogs, I've mentioned this before, but I will see if I can pop in here and there a few clips of when we're in South Africa. But for the most part, all of the videos that you will be seeing in July will be pre-recorded. So it's being recorded over this weekend where I am now. So if you see me in the same outfit for the next couple of weeks, it doesn't mean I don't have anything else to wear. It just means that I've recorded everything at the same time and I'm scheduling it so that when I'm in South Africa, it's going to be a nice, relaxing holiday. But the first thing I wanted to share with you guys, and it is something I share most of the time at the start of my videos. I've been participating in this for nearly a year now, and it is the Year of Granny Squares Cal, hosted by my lovely friend Jenny over at In My Spare Time Crochet. I will pop a photo of the book we have been using. Every week we have been making one square. So we started at number 1 and we're going to end at number 52. Now, because I didn't want to, you know, take all of the yarns that I've been using to make these squares with me to South Africa, I also didn't want to fall behind. I decided to make all of the remaining squares and send them off to Jenny, which I have done at this point. So Jenny will be sharing them every week where they're supposed to be in her videos. We've only got about 6 squares left, and I decided, you know what, let me crank them all out, the last few squares, and then I don't have to worry about them when we're in South Africa. Now I'm going to share with you actually a few more than 6, because like the few before the last 6 I haven't shared with you yet. So let me quickly go through. It's this teeny tiny little pile of squares. These are all the ones I have not shared with you, including the very last 6. So if you are participating in it, I know quite a few people have joined in. I'm going to show you the squares, but they will be shown in Jenny's weekly video as we get to that specific number. Now, I can't even remember what number this one is, but I will just show you on the screen. These are the last few that I have done. This one, yeah, it was fairly easy. Not a bad square to do at all. Now, all I've realized from this Year of Granny Squares is I didn't like the squares that were worked back and forth. And coming up, there's a few squares working from corner to corner, which I liked even less, but I will get to them. Anyway, this was another one. This one, although it's worked side by side, I really, now is this the front? I think this is the front. I really liked this stitch, and I used it in an upcoming project as well. But this one was actually not too bad to do. Now, for all of my squares, I used Rainbow Cotton 8-4, which is a fingering weight cotton with a 2.5mm hook, and all of them, from beginning to end, I did in more or less the same color palette. So I had a bunch of yarns and I made all of my squares using those same colors, and I will show you, once I've shown you these, like the entire 52 bunch of squares. Alright, then we've got this one. Now, if you've been on my channel for any amount of time, you know that I hate puff stitches, I had bobbles, I had popcorn. So all of these squares where we had puffs, popcorns or bobbles, they were not my favorite. This one I really, really enjoyed. This was one of the last 7. I think this is actually the most recent square. This is where we are up to. This was the most current video of Jenny that just passed, is the square that she showed. We are now at the very moment. We're only supposed to be up to this square. I don't know what the names of the squares are. I think this one is number 48. Yeah, I think it's number 48 or 47, probably 47. Not too bad to do, although it was also worked in rows. This square, I think this is actually number 48. I had such a struggle. I really, really, really struggled with this one, but I'm glad that I pushed through and I finished it because I do like how it ended up. This is the first square that we worked, or that is worked from corner to corner, and I hated it. Now, I know hate is a very strong word because in the end, I do like how the squares turned out, but it was a pain for me to do. So you work from the corner up and then you have all these front post stitches. It was just, I'm not a fan, you guys. Let me just say I'm not a fan at all. After those ones, this one was a fairly easy square. I love the texture. It's done with front posts. Now, I don't mind front post stitches at all. And these front posts, I think, were done, you know, fairly easily. I didn't struggle with this one at all. I really liked this little cross that it ended up making. The next square was, I think, out of the 52 that we did, my least favorite square. This was another square where I thought I'm going to chuck it in the bin and I'm going to cut my losses. I'm not going to do it. I just struggled so much. It was another corner to corner with bobbles. Oh my word. This thing was so skew by the time before I started the border. So when we finished the inside part, it was so skew it didn't even resemble a square. So I did I did the borders and then I stretched this poor square to within an inch of its life. I blocked it, I pinned it, I stretched it just so that it could resemble a square. But this one was my least favorite square out of 52 that we did. The very, very last square, I was actually by this time very tired of making squares, to be completely honest. But this one was actually a good one to end on. Not a difficult square, even though there's color changes. It was really well explained. I'm really glad we ended on a fairly easy one for our last square. Now, for the last year, I have kept all of my squares in one of these, it's an old Crochet Society box. And I only noticed this morning, the inside of the box says, good things take time. And I thought, isn't that sweet? That's exactly. So even though at times we felt a year is very long, it actually wasn't, because now that I'm done with all of my squares, and let me just take them out and show you all of them in like a teeny tiny little pile. So here they are, 52 squares. So obviously, because I used a fingering weight yarn, my squares are fairly small, but I love it. I mean, I love the colors. They are very much a pastel color scheme. I do have plans for it. I've mentioned a few times to you guys that I know exactly what I want to use them for. But that will have to be a whole separate video because it's a very large project that I have got in mind. And I will share it with you guys in hopefully sometime in August. So when I'm back from my holiday, when everything has calmed down, I will show you what I've got planned for my 52 squares. That's it. That is a year of Granny Squares, gal. Jenny, thank you for hosting this amazing Crochet Along. I know I loved seeing everyone's squares every week. So many people enjoyed jumping on and joining in. I mean, this is what we are here for the community. We are here for each other. We love Crochet Alongs. Now, the next thing I want to tell you is about my own sort of Crochet Along collab cal that I've been hosting for more than a year now, and it is the Amigurumi World Tour 2024. Now, I called it 2024 because I thought we were going to be done in 2024, but something that started in June 2024 ended now in June 2025. So we had 2 books, the Whimsical Stitches by Lauren Espy. I purchased 2 physical copies of the book and I sent them into the world. One book went all around the US to 26 different people. The other book, which I named the International Book, went to 26 people in all different other countries apart from the US. So it started here in Denmark, it went to Portugal, Luxembourg, Germany, Norway, Denmark again, then the UK, Canada, New Zealand, Australia. And my lovely friend Litsa from the channel Coco's Crochet, she was the very last person to receive the international book. She brought out a video this week. I will link it down in the description box below. Such a wonderful ending to our Whimsical Stitches Amigurumi Epic World Tour. I cannot believe that it is over. I cannot believe that Litsa received the book. I asked her to keep it for a couple of weeks and send it back to me once we're back from South Africa. But it feels very surreal that this Crochet Along is coming to an end. I was very sad when I received the American book, the US book back. That was a couple of months ago already, and I've been waiting for the international book to finish its rounds. And now it's like, what am I going to keep myself busy with once we are done with the world tour? Now, we're not entirely done because there's a few people who in the last week or so have sent me their photos. You guys, I'm so sorry. I haven't even answered you yet. I've not put them into the world tour journal. I will do that. The World Tour Journal, now that I mention it, and for those of you who don't know, anyone could participate in our Amigurumi World Tour. So a person received the physical book, they then chose a pattern, they made the pattern from the book and they sent it on to the next person. But if you didn't receive the book, but you had a copy of the book, you could make one of the patterns as it was selected and send me a photo, and I included it in our World Tour Journal. I'll pop a little video clip here on the screen, but the full journal is linked in my blog. So every single person around the world who participated and who sent in a photo, their photos appear in this journal. So please go and have a look. I think the journal is close to being like 100 pages, and I keep on adding photos. So I think you can still send me photos if you still want to join in, if you still want to make 1 or 2 of the projects. I will accept photos for the journal up until the book is back with me in Denmark, which will probably be sometime in August. But after that, I'm going to have to stop adding photos to that journal. I've been doing it now for a year. I need to close that chapter at some point, but it's been fantastic. I loved it. It was a mind-blowing that this collab worked. Like on paper it seemed crazy. Like in real life it was crazy. Sending one book from one person to the next all over the world. It's something that sounds like it shouldn't work, but it did. And it took 1 year. And like I said, I'm already having slight withdrawal symptoms from not knowing what is going to be coming up next. I'm working on the next epic collab. You guys know I love this community and we need to do something big. So I don't know what I can do that's bigger than the Amigurumi World Tour, but believe me, friends, something big is going to come sometime or another. All right, that is it about the Amigurumi World Tour. Next, it's just sort of a tiny insert here. As you know, I every now and again design pattern for Crochet Now magazine. The current issue of Crochet Now magazine 125, that's out now, has my pattern of Katie the koala. And I've seen a few people make Katie, and I love seeing her pop up everywhere. Now, in between all of this craziness that has gone on in my life the last month, Crochet Now had another call for submissions for a little Christmas booklet that they're bringing out later in the year. I don't know why I thought, I had the time to design something else, but I did. And you will be seeing this cute little bunny. This is Holly the gingerbread bunny. Now, she might look familiar. I did something similar for our Amigurumi World Tour, but then I decided to design a full pattern by myself. Actually write it down. So Holly the gingerbread bunny, the physical, this is actually a third physical bunny that I've made. I made one as I was writing up the pattern. Then my submission got accepted for the magazine. I had to make one in the actual yarn. So for Crochet Now, I actually primarily design with Amigurumi DK using a 2.5mm hook. So I made a second bunny once my pattern was tested and finalized. I made the physical bunny that goes to the magazine. So I shipped it off to the UK. It's there already. But I forgot to take photos of it. And when I send my pattern to them, I have to include some photos. So I made a third bunny just so that I could take photos and send it off to the magazine. So I will let you guys know closer to the time when she comes out, but I'm very excited that I have got another pattern in one of the Christmas editions. I did my little reindeer last year for one of their Christmas editions, and Holly the gingerbread bunny will be coming out, I think somewhere like September, in a little Amigurumi booklet. So I will let you guys know when that is happening. Last thing for this video, you guys, I've been talking about it for ages, and it is the mystery bear in a box crochet along. We are kicking off the crochet along on Tuesday, the 1st of July, and I will bring out a video every Tuesday until we're done. So it's going to be 4 Tuesdays. So I've spread out the patterns that we will be making over 4 weeks. The first one will be coming on Tuesday, the 1st of July. So I know many of you have written to me. You have found the boxes that you're going to use for your bear in a box. The patterns will be for free on my blog. So I will release each week's pattern. I will release it weekly, starting on the 1st of July and then for the next couple of weeks. But I will do a little video on every Tuesday, just to say what we're making that specific week, giving you some tips, maybe if there's some things you've got to take note of for that week's pattern. Now, you guys, I did not get this pattern tested, even though my lovely editor, I'm calling her now my editor and friend, Kathleen, she offered to test all of this for me, and I said no, because I also want her to sort of be surprised by the bear in a box. So this pattern was not tested by a single person. I just wrote it, I read through it a couple of times, but there's bound to be mistakes in it. So please forgive me for any mistakes. I'm putting it out there for free. I'm sure many of you, even if you have basic amigurumi knowledge, if there's some sort of mistake, you should be able to sort of work around it fairly easily. Obviously, if you pick something massive up, like I left a page out somewhere, please let me know and I can correct it. But for the most part, please just know that I did not have any part of this tested. So there might be some mistakes, but I'm sure you guys will forgive me for it. But I'm really looking forward to it. I've got my final project sitting on my desk and I absolutely love it. Now, I will have a little giveaway linked to the Bear in a Box Cal, but I will chat to you about it on Tuesday's video. So the video coming out on the 1st of July, I will tell you more about our week 1 project as well as the giveaway for the Bear in a Box. you guys, that is it. That's it for this week. Quite a few things that I had to share, quite a few things that I've had to update. It's a wonderful month that is going to be ahead of us. I'm so looking forward to all the videos that I'm preparing for July. As I said, I'm going to be batch recording this weekend. So if you see me in the same outfits, obviously we are busy packing for our trip to South Africa. So I'm not even going to go to the trouble of changing my shirt to make it look like I'm filming on different days. I'm not going to be filming on different days. It's all going to be on the same day. But anyway, you guys, I'm excited. A lot of fun things coming up in July. I will be very relaxed as I read your guys' comments coming throughout the month of July. But we're going to have a fun time. I know it. I hope you guys are as excited for the Bear in a Box scowl and for everything else that's coming up. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for your lovely, lovely comments every week. It really makes my day every time I read any of the comments. We've had a bunch of new yarny friends join the channel over the last few weeks. Welcome to this wonderful community. I know a lot of people, you know, we follow the same channels, we like watching the same people, we all have the same passion for crafting and crochet, and it is wonderful to have everyone here. Alright you guys, that's it for this week. I'm gonna log this video off for now, but I will be chatting with you very, very soon. Alright friends, I hope you've had a wonderful weekend so far. I hope you are ready for the week ahead. And until I see you on Tuesday, the 1st of July, as always you guys, stay safe and stay crafty.